Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the weekly comic book roundup. We've been at most weekly roundup, so let's kick things off now with Deadpool number 7. Where we left off in Deadpool, Wade Wilson, the regenerating degenerate, the merc with the mouth, was killed. His basically from the fight with Death Grip. And now meet the new Deadpool. It's Ellie. So Ellie is taking over as the mantle of Deadpool. She heals, so that works. But she's working through her grief about her father. But some assassins attempt to kill her. However, Princess saves her. The last one is fires an RPG and gets knocked by Princess's tail into the RPG, killing it. However, they needed intel from the guy. So, yeah, they kind of, Taskmaster's not too happy with them because, well, they needed the intel. But, Ellie's trying to see if there's maybe other avenues to revive her dad, potentially learn about magic. But Taskmaster doesn't really think it's, approach says it's not something that's worth, it's not a path worth going down. But they're trying to recoup, basically get the Merc agency in the black. So they have an easy mission. Ellie and Princess are going to be sent to ChemCorp, the Z-list low-level shell company, which, like every good shell company, is up to their eyeballs in money. And apparently they're digitally robbing a pharmacy. As explained, it's a two-pronged deal. Someone to cause a commotion out front while the others sneak in the back. But and so Princess and Ellie are sent to be the commotion out front. They apparently and security is basically a bunch of robots named Todd, who look like just regular frumpy mall cops, but they're actually robots. Deadpool and Princess take care of all of them, but Princess is smelling a familiar scent. Valentine Wong. Wade's ex-partner, romantic partner. And that is where the issue ends. I like what they're doing. I like this arc. Ellie as Deadpool is a pretty cool concept. I know there have been some flash forwards in various issues of past issues of Deadpool showing Ellie as in the future as well Deadpool. So it's a nice little. We had that nice little concept, and so it's nice that current writer Cody Ziegler opted to run with it. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Ultimate Black Panther #9. Where we left off, Storm and Killmonger were looking for the Sorcerer Supreme at the behest of T'Challa. And it seemed that Khonshu was pretty much had declared war on Wakanda and was recruiting an army. And so the issue begins. Killmonger and Storm are heading towards the building that the Sorcerer Supreme is supposedly in, and Storm doesn't seem all that enthused with being, continuing to work with T'Challa. But Storm and Killmonger take care of the security outside the building. They start to make their way in when suddenly the windows all shatter and a whole bunch of dead bodies shoot out. So, including a torture doctor for hire. But the couple go into the building. There's a sinister laugh heard from the lower floors. Elsewhere, in West Africa, Khonshu is riling up his army to take on Wakanda. And T'Challa has been in disguise and listening with every word. But and he points out to Shuri that he's not. There are some points there are some good points that he made. Namely that Wakanda doesn't seem to do anything for basically keeps to itself and without exporting its most valuable resource, vibranium. But and T'Challa's wanting to take on Khonshu, but Shuri talks some sense into him. Back with Storm and Killmonger, they find the sorcerer. They find a security guard that was that's being kept alive as a puppet. And soon they're face to face with the Sorcerer Supreme. She's basically she's kept muzzled basically. I think, judging from the artwork, I'd say that the Sorcerer Supreme is none other than Nico Minoru, about the staff of one. But that is where the issue ends. Good, nice introduction to this Sorcerer Supreme. Looking forward to seeing her interact with the rest of the Ultimate Universe. Moving on, though, to our last book for the moment, we've got Get Fury number 6, wrapping up the miniseries. Where we left off, Frank Castle and Nick Fury were making their way to their exfiltration point, not knowing that there was already a team waiting to make their exfiltration appear to be a failed exfiltration. So the issue begins. Our narrator, the issue truly begins with a letter from Frank Castle to his wife Maria, where he questions what the U.S. is doing in Vietnam. But our narrator is discussing what's happened and what's the plan. His plan, it should be said. But he figures he doesn't have long for this world once his story is made public. So, as Fury and Castle make their way, as well as Fury's Vietnamese lover and her daughter, make their way towards the exfiltration point, they have a bit of an argument, which holds them up, and the hit squad starts working on dealing with Castle and Fury, and well, Castle and Fury are actually pretty good at dealing with them in return. However, they get orders to basically, not kill Castle and Fury. However, Castle and Fury discover that Fury's ex-lover and daughter were killed in the crossfire. On the chopper, Fury asks who they were. Apparently, it's explained that apparently Frank slugged him for that. But basically, a transcript of the conversation, and the narrator explains that the first time he saw Castle and Fury together, he was sure he had the measure of them. If he had known that then the lesson that they taught him mere hours later, he would have abandoned all of his schemes and shot them both. But in the weeks and months to come, he would have all the time he needed to consider them. It's fortunate for Vietnam, though, he thought, that perhaps the world, such Americans are rare. He wasn't telling this tale to diminish them. That they would fight so hard and endure so much to preserve the conflict Fury craved and Castle struggled to believe in should come as no surprise. In the end, this is a man's life is judged by the enemies he makes. Then his has been filled with riches. And that is where the series ends. This is an interesting series. Also, we get the issue. Also explains what the torture that Fury was put through. Which, oof, it's yeah. River reads I glazed over it. I just skipped over that part. Anyways, that's do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon patron Red Man as a Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.